guys, it's Maggie.
And it's Mike, Maggie's dad.
And welcome to our video.
Hi, I always wanted to do a video comparing some metal detectors. And since we have Maggie and her sisters, they wanted to try metal detecting, finding that elusive treasure, because somebody has a favorite show.
Yeah, Curse of Oak Island.
Yeah, so I've been metal detecting for a long time, just recreationally, and they wanted to try it as well. So before you go waste your money on that cheap metal detector that you find at your local electronics store, let's compare a couple, shall we? So here's our options. Typically when you go to your local electronics store, you find something like this. Come on, Maggie, let's take a look at it. You have kind of a plastic metal detector, not a problem, but you usually just have a meter in here. There might be some other little things that say sensitivity and all that, but really all you got is something that can detect about this deep and picks up all metal. If you do any of the sensitivity, it won't work. You'll find a lot of pop tabs, but you'll be discouraged and you won't ever want to do the hobby again. Well, on the other end of the spectrum, you got something like this Garrett and several other brands out there that are way beyond the budgets of most kids that want to start off. This one actually you can start it.
Ready, discriminate, coins.
I mean, it talks to you. It tells you how deep it is. It tells you what you have. So it's pretty sophisticated, maybe more than what we typically want. So what options do we have? There are several good quality metal detectors on the market that are fairly inexpensive, and I chose to try two out, and we're going to have a comparison between two different ones. First, we have the white CoinMaster. Very nice detector. We'll take a look and see how they differ. The next one that we're going to compare it with is a Garrett Ace 150. Okay, similar and comparable in price. In fact, on eBay, you could probably find one of these for just over $100. Whereas even this one right here is probably going to be $50 or $60 and is junk. All right, and any that you find on eBay that are a non-name brand will also be junk. They just look pretty. So first off, let's look at the white. Lightweight, round surge coil. This is what has your conductive coil in it. Sends electric signals into the ground. And you have on, off. Okay. You have a couple of different modes. You have where you can eliminate all these different modes. See that? When you have those on, it will not find any of your junk areas down here. You can't set it to like a real coin mode where you can turn the nickel on. It's basically coins or coins and rings, which is pop tabs, or coins, pop tabs, and nickels. I personally would use it just in that mode right there. Okay, so really all you're going to find is pennies, and pennies up on the coins. This one is nice because you do have a sensitivity. It will show you the depth, and it also has a pinpoint feature, which is nice when you're actually detecting and you get a reading. You hold down on that and the bar will move. When it's strongest, it'll be right over so you know exactly where it's at. All right, let's take a look at the Garrett. Very similar. They have a couple models that are higher level than this. This is kind of their introductory. They do have a 100, but this is the introductory model. Has an elliptical search coil. We'll try it in the field and see which one is better. This one is very easy to use, comfortable, lightweight, nice for a youth, child, adult, or anybody that doesn't want to carry a lot of weight. Very simply, turn your power on. This one has 3 different modes. Right now it's in coin mode, as you can see, rings and coins. Pull tabs may pull up in rings. It will also have an all metal mode where everything, every junk to iron is going to be detectable, which is good to use if you're looking for relics. And then you have just a jewelry mode because a lot of gold does come up as pull tabs. However, there's not a lot of gold out there, and I'm sick of getting pull tabs and pop tabs. So that's the mode that we're going to use. You can adjust your sensitivity.
That's so awesome.
The standard sensitivity is right there. All right, very simple. Go back and forth. When it beeps, you're going to try to find it. However, what I don't like about this particular model, the next model up has it, it doesn't have that pinpoint feature where you can push it and it beeps and the signal will get stronger when you're right over it. But very simply, you make an X. When you find a beep, you want to come and make an X until you find exactly where it's at, where you're going to dig. So, Maggie, we're going to have a contest.
Ooh, okay.
Let's take both of these. Which one are you going to use?
I will use the Garrett.
Oh, she's going to use the Garrett.
Which one are you going to use?
I thought yours was the white CoinMaster.
It was.
So we're going to go to a local park, like a park that would be in your town. Not a real old park, not a real young one or new one. And we're going to give it maybe a half an hour, an allotted amount of time. And we're going to both detect at the same area with the similar equipment. And we'll see who wins in the end.
Let's go. So we just arrived at the park and we're gonna go all along here. So yeah.
All right, there we go. Power on.
3, 2, 1.
All right, so it's showing either a penny or pull tab. And about 3 inches.
And all I found is a dime. And I found earlier a big piece of pop, like a bottle, but my dad said I couldn't dig it up, so I'll cut myself. And we're digging around like dodgeball, kickball, no, not dodgeball, sorry, kickball or baseball field. So.
Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes or so. We're finding that the ground is really, really hard. And at least with my white, I'm finding it's kind of difficult to pinpoint properly. It's within the coil, but you know what? You got to dig a bigger hole, and I don't like doing that. Nice to have a pinpointer, but that's not what this is about. Let's see what we got for treasures. Maggie, what'd you come up with?
I just got a dime.
She got a dime.
Yeah.
And I got a piece of copper. You know, that reads high. A penny. And a piece of aluminum.
Yeah.
Junk. Now we're going to take the next 10 minutes and we're going to switch.
So I found a total of 8 coins. That's all I found. Pretty cool. And I like
Show us.
all the coins?
No, yeah, let's see.
Okay, so I found 2 quarters. 1, 2, I think just 2 pennies. And the rest are dimes.
Uh-huh. Tell us about the machines that you use.
So I personally like the white CoinMaster better.
Why?
Because it found me the most coins and it's more comfortable to hold. And this one is like lighter, I guess, but it's just you can't find exactly where to pinpoint, and that one you can pinpoint stuff. So that's why I like this one better.
All right.
So
your recommendation is?
Getting the white CoinMaster. Because
There
I
you
get
go.
some money.
Okay, and I found, let's see, I have found the pieces of trash and I think a dime or a penny with the Garrett. And I found that. 2 quarters, another couple more dimes, couple more pennies. I ended up finding more money with the Garrett. And I finally figured out how to start pinpointing. You got to really do the X fashion, X, and then narrow, narrow, small, small, small until you're right on it. And then it's better to pinpoint. I think we were both having difficulties with the hard soil and a play shovel. That doesn't work. Use a real one. And make sure to dig a big enough plug that you can take it out, search it, and set that aside, search your hole, and put the plug back in so it'll be nice to the yard. But my overall opinions, the white, I like the pinpoint feature better. The Garrett, much lighter, and I actually think more sensitive. It was finding change that was, well, you know, even with hard, dry soil, 4 or 5 inches deep. The Garrett will find treasure. The white will find treasure. You know what? I really think either way, they're going to be good choices for you. It's just a matter of personal preference. I like the feel of the Garrett. I do wish that it had the pinpoint feature, which the next model up does. I think it's the 200 or the 250, but that's more money. This one will find you treasure.
You decide.